Hey guys, Alex here, and we're going to look at these two RC cars. This one right here is a heavily modified RC car to look like the 1970 Plymouth Roadrunner in Daylight's End, which is a zombie post-apocalyptic movie. And this is what it originally looked like. This is a Nikko Superbird, 1970, and this is what it looks like in its stock form. Really, very cheesy looking, kind of cheap, but this is the base for this RC project here, and I'm going to show it to you. Now, this is actually shipped from Canada, so a lot of these pieces broke off, but I'm going to glue them back together eventually. So yeah, the side armor came off, but let me put it here on the spinner so you can see what it looks like from all sides. Alright, so as I said, this is a 1970 Super Plymouth Roadrunner, and basically what the Superbird is, it's basically a Plymouth Roadrunner, but with an added nose and a spoiler. So what my friend did from Canada, Billy C. LeWorth, he did all kinds of mods to this, but he chopped off the spoiler, added a new hood, added a lot of new things, like changed the proportions of the body itself. Now, as you can see, this part's empty. There should be armor. Here it is. It's broken off. But he goes on like right here. It goes on like that, but it won't stay on, but it's broken off. I will put it back together. So let me show it to you from all sides. If you see the movie, this looks exactly like the movie car, which appears in the first, 15-20 minutes of the movie. This is the New York license plate it has. And in the movie, it actually drags an object at the beginning of the movie with this little hook on the back. And this is actually on here pretty well. And by the way, I'm going to film this in a RC short film, but this is what it looks like. Like, it looks exactly like the movie. It had its own little chain on the back. And here's the other side. You can see the little side armor panels. This is also broken, so I'll have to glue that back together too. And here, little doggy. Oh, it's fine. And here, it's kind of hard to see the front part, but there's also front armor too. And this is kind of broken too. But in the movie, the original plan was to show the actor putting on the armor. So I might film it like that, having a character put on the armor on this Roadrunner. Now the original car is owned by Dan. We'll just call him Dan, and his Roadrunner was actually, wow, well, his Roadrunner was actually worn out from age. I mean, just a body, and also parking under an acorn tree. So it really took a toll on the paint job, but it made the movie car look freaking amazing. Looked like the perfect Mopar for a post-apocalyptic zombie film. So this car's pretty damn good looking, and it's very accurate compared to the original movie car. And I'll show you pictures of what the movie car looks like too, so you can see for yourself. And I would drive it, but right now the armor is kind of wonky, so I can't drive it around. Otherwise, the armor is going to fall off. Now let me show you what the Nikko Superbird looks like. So this is what the car started off as a Nikko Superbird, 1970. So as you can see, just like the real car, the real Superbird, it has this added nose and also the added spoiler. But my friend didn't like the proportions on the body, so he changed a lot of it. He did a lot of heavily added modifications to this Superbird. And for the chassis, we use a Red Cat chassis, so it won't drive super slow. It'll actually fly really fast. But this is what the original car looks like, the Superbird, and we use that as the base. So yeah, very accurate compared to the movie car. Like, it looks pretty damn good. And yeah, I just got to fix the window armor here so it'll stay, and then I can drive it around for you guys. Tires are pretty sweet, and the wheels are pretty sweet. Oh, another huge thing. You see the hood on the Superbird here? See that? Well, on the Roadrunner hood, it's a lot different. So the Roadrunner hood, my friend added this bulge himself here to make it look like the actual Roadrunner hood, what it should look like. And instead of using a magnet for the body, you know, so we didn't, you know, instead of using the magnets, which would normally hide this, we just went with the body pins for RC cars, because I do plan to drive this really roughly. So if we use a magnet system, the body would fly off with the kind of driving that I planned for this. Another huge difference here, as you can see, do you see the nose here on the Superbird? Yeah, well, in order to make this, my friend chopped off this front part completely, and he made his own front grille for the Roadrunner. That's a lot of work. Like, he made this whole front part himself. It's freaking awesome. And if you want to see his build video on how he did it, I'm going to put the link in the description. Let's compare the rears. Anyways, my microphone died, so I'm not even going to use this microphone. But you can see the rear completely unchanged. I mean, not completely unchanged. It's we just use the same rear because the rear panel is the same on both cars in real life. So that's what we went with that. Very sweet looking. So I just wanted to show you, you know, a little side-by-side comparison of these cars. So yeah, very sweet looking, and I'll show you some side-by-side pictures of both cars together, so you can see what they look like. But yeah, I do plan to film this RC modified Roadrunner in a future short film based on the zombie apocalyptic movie, post-apocalyptic movie, Daylight's End.